I want more science in my games. I want accurate science, not Star Wars science. Let's get smart.
3, 2, 1, go.
What's up, everybody? My name is Mike Murphy of the Brothers Murph. I'm here with another Mega Game Minute, and I want to talk about, I love when science are in games. I think there should be more science games. What made me think about this is a company called Genius Games, who is run by geniuses, and they make science-based board games and teaching tools and things like that, and it's super duper cool, so I want to give them some love. We got a game from Shopperstock called Cytosis once, and it's all about like moving stuff around in the body and whatnot, and your like cells and things. It's awesome. And I was just like, what? And there's actual like body parts. I can't remember any of them off the top of my head because like I didn't memorize it because I'm not that smart. But like you're literally going around the body doing things. I was like, that is so cool that like it's just a fun kind of like worker placement game, and I can enjoy it on that level and be taught the game at that level. But then I might learn something about the body and how it works as well. And I was like, that is really rad. And then I found out that like this company does all sorts of games like that. They have like periodic, it's the boards like I haven't played it yet, but it's like the periodic table of elements. And you're trying to do stuff. I was like, that's freaking awesome. And they have on their page like categories of games. They have subatomic, your particles and things. There's categories of games broken down by types of science and all of that. And so this is a game that, this is a topic where I like games that touch on things like science, or you might learn something about history, like through playing through the ages. I've learned like different like world leaders from the past and stuff. It's like, oh, that's really interesting. And with science, I love the fact that you can learn something while playing. Like I'm a big advocate for learning through play, like working at a children's museum for a long time. That was our whole entire purpose, was we want to create learning through play-driven experiences. And board games are a huge potential opportunity, and there are many early learner games and young kid games that are meant to teach you things, that, you know, simple addition, matching, patterns. There's all sorts of stuff, and I just love that as we get older, there are still games that we can play to learn something, you know, and it doesn't feel like, oh, I'm doing homework right now. Again, with like Cytosis, I just enjoyed like the worker placement and the style of game, the mechanics. And I could geek out a little bit about, you know, when people said like, no, this is actually how that happens, or this part of the body connects over here to that part. I just think that's so neat. And I want to see more of that. I want to see more, I want to have more opportunities to embrace learning, because I think that's a piece of why, at least for me, why I love board games. I love learning new games. It's because I like to learn. I like to take in new information. I like to solve a puzzle. I like to feel clever, feel like I've done something, you know? Oh, at the end of the day, I know something I didn't know how to do before. That's very exciting. Discovery. It taps into, and we've talked a lot about this, it taps into when we were kids and everything was discovery. It's so cool. If you're 0 to 5, it is 100% new discovery. And it's hard to replicate that, but board games is a great way to do that. So let's go a step further, and while we're at it, we're kind of, you know, a lot of folks my or Nick's age are out of school. Let's go back to school a little bit in a fun way, because playing is a great way to take in information, because you're not just thinking about A, B, and C equals end result. I'm just trying to play this game. I'm enjoying a social interaction with people, and now we're talking about stuff. I love Timeline for that matter. I love those games. Activities, whatever people have made that argument. Is it a game or is it an activity? I don't really care. Timeline creates awesome discussions because we get to learn stuff. I'm like, oh, this event happened then. I thought the Statue of Liberty was much earlier, much later when it got created. Oh no, it's actually here. That's so cool. Putting things in the timeline, you just get to learn. I think it's so fantastic. I want more history, more science in games, and make them fun. Because I think there's a lot of people out there who really appreciate getting to learn a fun fact to be able to tell their friends. We all love trivia, right? It's so fun to be able to say like, did you know this? Because like, I sure didn't. I didn't know that over there. You know, people are all geeking out right now over, is the Kool-Aid man the jar or is it the liquid? Which is the Kool-Aid man? Which piece? I don't know. I had never thought about that before.
The jar.
The jar?
The jar, dude.
Yeah, probably the jar. To me, I'm like, it's the jar. But anyway, you know, it's like...
He's He's not a snail.
He's not a snail.
He's carrying his freaking house on his back.
But maybe he is. I don't know. You answer that in the question below. Is the Kool-Aid Man the jar or the liquid? I think it's the jar. You know, I just, I love that kind of stuff. It's a weird trivia and thing. So board games can provide that. Hey, that's another reason to play a board game. I'll take any reason I can get because I'm looking to scratch that itch, okay? So let me know what you think of science-based games, not necessarily like only for learning or something, but games that are scientifically satisfying, that make you geek out because you feel like you learn something, or if it's done accurately and actually tries to use real science in its stuff. Like, I would love to know more examples of that in the comments below. While you're at it, give this video a thumbs up and give it a share so we can get this discussion going, because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who know of great games or know of great ideas or want to chime in that just don't know that there's a video talking about that exact topic right now for them to chime in on. So thanks for getting around that. And just remember, folks, that whether or not you want your game to follow like Looney Tunes cartoon logic, which is fantastic, or if you want it to be like really boiled down and truly scientific, the more meta, the more better.